The Long Adventure of Little Leaf. Yaprakcan, at the very top of a majestic plane tree, there lived a tiny, sparkling leaf named Yaprakcan. Like all the other leaves, Yaprakcan was the most beautiful shade of green, but he held a little secret. He adored the sky. Every morning, as the sun rose, Yaprakcan would turn his tiny body towards it, gazing in awe at the sky's endless blue. As clouds drifted by like cotton candy and birds sang their melodies, Yaprakcan's heart would flutter with excitement. His biggest dream was to one day float through the sky, just like those birds. Right next to Yaprakcan lived Wise Leaf, a slightly older and more experienced leaf. Wise Leaf always listened to Yaprakcan's dreams, sometimes smiling gently, sometimes offering advice. "The sky is beautiful, Yaprakcan, but we have roots. We're bound to our tree," he would always say. But even though Yaprakcan listened to Wise Leaf's words, he couldn't quench his love for the sky. He befriended the joyful sparrows living in the tree's branches, asking them questions. "What's the weather like up there? How far can the wind carry you?" The sparrows would chirp merrily, telling him about the endless sky, distant mountains, and glistening rivers. These stories only made Yaprakcan's dreams grow even bigger. Summer began to gently give way to autumn. Days grew shorter, and a cool breeze started blowing in the evenings. The leaves on the plane tree left behind their vibrant summer green, transforming into the most beautiful shades of yellow, red, and brown. Yaprakcan too began to slowly change his color. First, his tips turned golden yellow, then his middle became a bright orange. One morning, a huge gust of wind suddenly swept in from the sky. This was the strongest wind Yaprakcan had ever felt. Though he tried to cling tightly to the tree branch, the wind gently detached him from his tree. "Now's the time," Yaprakcan whispered, his heart pounding with excitement. At first, he swayed gently, then the wind carried him higher and higher. As he glided through the sky, the trees below looked like tiny matchsticks, and the houses like toy boxes. The sparrows he had befriended earlier flew by, waving their wings in greeting, and the pure white clouds, like cotton fields, seemed to wave back. Yaprakcan had never been so happy. He felt as if he were dancing in the arms of the wind. Around him there were other leaves of different colors, also freely gliding with the wind. For a moment, Wise Leaf's words came to mind. "We have roots." But now he knew that sometimes leaving one's roots was an opportunity to embark on new adventures. After carrying him for a while, the wind slowly began to lower him. Yaprakcan glided down towards a wide, lush green park in the city center. The children playing in the park watched him drift with delight. Yaprakcan swayed and swayed, landing softly on a grassy patch, almost like a gift sent from the sky. A little girl named Elif ran over to Yaprakcan. Elif's eyes sparkled, and with her tiny hands, she gently picked him up from the ground. "What a beautiful leaf," she said, smiling. Elif took Yaprakcan home and placed him inside her favorite book, on a page filled with dried flowers. From then on, Yaprakcan was a part of that big book resting on Elif's desk. Every morning, Yaprakcan would wake up with the sunlight streaming in through the window, and as Elif's fingers turned the pages, he would journey to new worlds. With Elif's fairy tales, he visited magical forests. With pirate stories, he sailed to distant islands. And with space adventures, he touched the stars. Sometimes, Elif would take him in her hand, gently stroke him with her finger, and hum the autumn songs she learned at school. Even though Yaprakcan no longer soared through the sky, he embarked on brand new adventures within the pages of Elif's book. He understood that sometimes reaching your dreams isn't just about letting the wind carry you, but also about opening a new page. And so, on every new page, Yaprakcan lived as a happy leaf, filled with love and knowledge, opening the doors to a completely different world. He learned that his greatest adventure continued to flourish in Elif's heart and dreams.